What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, if you like this content, please subscribe to my channel. This is part 4 of the Lexus stereo build. If you missed any parts 1, 2, 3, I'm going to get them pop up right over here. You can get caught up. In the last episode, we left off finishing up the door speakers. Got them sounding good. This episode is going to be a big one. We got the speakers, the subs getting hooked up. Going to give them a test bump in this episode. Also getting started on the wall in the back. Dressing this system up a little bit. And even going to test out those LED lights that we're putting in the back. So enough with the chitter chatter. Let's get to it. Alright everybody, it's a new day here at Rock Bottom. Back on this build with this stereo system here. So we got all the door speakers done yesterday. Those things sound really good. We'll give you a little test listen on those here in a minute. First thing today, I think I'm going to shift this amp over a little bit, and I got those little reducers that I'm going to put on the end of the wire, and I'll show you those right quick. That's these here. Oh, also our new speaker came in this morning in the mail. So now we got 2 good speakers, we hope. So we get the box loaded up too. We're going to give it a little test bump today. A little test tickle. So these are the reducers I'm talking about here. You get your 0 gauge down to your 4 gauge. The way it is now, this looks like they just cut a bunch of the wire off so it would fit in the hole, and that ain't the way to do it. I mean, a lot of this stuff is fine the way they did it that I'm redoing, but I mean, it's fine if you're in your backyard helping your buddy out with a stereo system, but it's different if you're a shop, if you take your car somewhere and tell them to put a system in it and they do things like not using those reducers, and the ends that they crimp on their 0 gauge are like chintzy and they don't even have a crimper. I guess they're just folding them down and mashing them with some pliers. So anyways, like I said, that stuff works. There's just better ways to do it. And then we got our lights. Yeah, we got a lot to do. So, first thing I'm going to do, like I said, shift that amp over, put these new terminals on it. Alright, there we go. Got the amp shimmied over about as far as I can get it comfortably with those wires. Should be able to peek through the ski hole now and get to the adjustments on it there. Get everything set up right on it. I got our speaker. That's for our lights later on down the road. This is for our speaker wire. Gonna come tuck around and hook to the back of the box right in here somewhere. Front of the box. I always say back. I don't know, my front's for my backs, I guess. Cleaned it up, vacuumed a little bit in here. This little Lexus thing's peeling off, and I bet we can fix that for him while we're in here messing around. Oh yeah, and did the cute little standoffs here. I always like to do those little standoffs underneath the amp. Keep a little bit of air under there anyway. You're not smothering it too bad. I always just take, probably seen this before, but this is just poly supply line that you'd use under a sink or something in plumbing. Take and cut a piece of that, however long, make a little spacer. Works perfect. I think next order of business is going to be loading up the speakers in the box, and then probably loading the box in the car. So that sounds fun. Then it's going to be test tickle time. All right, that's as far as we can go with that, because this box is so tight in this trunk that I think it's so close right here at the top of the trunk when you slide it in that I don't want to risk messing up a subwoofer, ripping something. So we got to get the box in here, and then hopefully we got just enough room to tip it back like this, mount the subwoofers in it, and flip it back up. So that's the plan anyway. So I guess it's time to heave-ho this thing into here, hopefully for the last time. I think we're going to slide it back into place and take a look at it before we get the subwoofer in. Subs will be firing straight up, port back here in the corner. And then like I said, we're going to build like a false wall that's going to enclose all this in. It's going to be vented so it's not going to act like a sealed chamber in there or nothing. We're going to keep it vented, basically just for looks. So, that's us. Shoot. I think it looks good. I hate to even cover it up. We got the freshie. That's it. Doesn't work. Look at this last screw in here. Probably. We can probably make that work. Oh yeah, I think it's that time. Got some doors open over here. It's raining out and it sucks, but we're gonna start this thing up. We got the hot and ground for the speaker box there connected on our studs. I got the amp not dialed in at all, but we can get to it now. And you can see your controls and all that good stuff, so that's nice. What else have we done? Let's shut the trunk. We got our fuse put in here up front. Ease that down a little bit. And yeah, I think it's time for a little test bump. Let's let it idle for a minute. Let's see. Click no on this. Is this eject? No. Where's the eject-o-matic button on this thing? Do y'all see it? Oh, is that it? There it is. Yeah, let's put in our test tones 30 to 60 hertz, alright? Test tones 30 to 60. So you got our bass knobs down. It's all the way down. It's off to the downish spot, okay? Yep. I do believe she's humming, guys. We got her going and she ain't cutting out. Yeah, I got the gain cut way back right now. That's gonna probably hit pretty hard. 30 hertz. 40. Okay, that's probably a lot of that. Let's see, how do you pop the, here you go. We'll let her idle for just a minute more here. We got a little heat in them. They were wanging there for a whole minute. That's good for them. Which one was the new one? This was the new one. Look, some of them fell apart on this daggone thing. That's good. Yeah. Like to get all our gain and crossovers dialed in, but that's a good test bump right there. I like it. All right, we're gonna try and get our gain set up. We know that we want 28.3 volts on AC right here. I got my head unit maxed out, basically. Got my bass knob where I want it at a maximum level. And right now we're showing 58 volts, which seems like an excessive amount. So we need to turn it way down. .3 is what we're looking for. That's a 40 hertz tone. 28.5. I can go with that. 28.5. That's going to put us a little over 800 watts right there. 400 to sub, to each sub basically, but 800 total for the sub to split. Now, on our crossover, we want to try to get it probably in around 80. So that's going to be, let's see, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So now we need to come over here to our crossover and get it to start turning down. Gonna watch our voltage and turn this crossover down. If I can get my screwdriver in there till we start seeing voltage drop. Wait, I'm not on, am I on repeat still? No, I'm not. Hold on, the whole daggone CD's going. Let's see, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, repeat. Yeah, that's an 80 hertz track. This seems to be dropped. It's down to 20, so I think we're crossing over there. Let me get her back up. Yep. 25, 26. That's all you're gonna get out of that 80 hertz. So I'm gonna cut this gain, this crossover down when you start seeing it drop. See, there you are dropping at 20. Now we should drop even more when I hit the next track. 18. And that's all the tracks I got. All right, repeat on 40, 27.8. Give it one final tweak. Try to get our 28.3 here. There we are. We'll call that tuned in. I'm gonna get my multimeter disconnected, get my subs hooked back up, and we'll give another little test listen, maybe with some music on it, see how the doors and everything are playing in. All right, got everything hooked back up. We'll start out with some test tones and then set her on 29. No. We'll start back at track 1. Whoops. And that should be 30 hertz. Okay, I got my bass knob down right now. That should be about 800 right there. That's pretty loud. Yeah, that seems a little too loud, a little excessive. I don't know. Let's try this old CD here. If we can get away with playing just a little bit of music off track number 6, if I can find her, get her going here. Hey, we close that. I'll tell you what, the highs and mids on these door speakers sounds awesome, dude. Man, this thing's sounding good. Sounding real good. Man, I like that tight fitment right there. Where's my light? Hold on. Got it bracketed down, one on each side and one on the front of the box up there by the amp. Yes, sir. What we're gonna do now is prettied up. Oh yeah, I did this too, look. I had to fix that little flippy dippy uppy downy thing right there. I didn't like it a bit. So I'm gonna pretty it up. Basically what I'm gonna do is make a wall, basically wall the trunk off. Right here, almost right up against the box. I'm gonna leave just a little bit of space right here for some lighting on some plexiglass. You're gonna see what we're talking about on that. It's gonna be really awesome. So basically what I'm gonna do is take some cardboard like this and make a template of what this shape and around in there is to come flush with this box on both sides. Then I can take my template, transfer it to my 3/8 board here and cut it out and make it pretty, do all that cool stuff. So check this out. Let's get you on here and check it out. We got one side templated, nice and snug, just like that. So that's gonna be our piece. This wall's gonna go all the way across, but the corners are the only two things. The rest of it's basically just a straight rectangle. So I'm gonna make this corner. Now I'm fixing to make this corner template the same way. You know, I may have to get that board in here, do some sanding on it, test fit it 2 or 3 times to get it to my liking, but that template right there is a damn good start for it. So like I said, I'm gonna hit this other side, do the same thing, and then we can get it transferred to the wood. All right. That's both our template pieces. All right, now we just gotta transfer it to our board. Well, we got some precipitation outside. Seems like every time we gotta cut wood, just got that happen. So, much as I hate to, I think I might have to make some of this cutting in here, which sucks, but I'm gonna use my battery jigsaw and just go slow with it so it doesn't kick up too much dust. Try to run my shop back with it at the same time. It is what it is. Then hopefully we're gonna see if this piece will bend enough to pop it in that trunk, or if we're gonna have to do like 3-piece it or something like that. We'll see. Hopefully though, I feel like we can bend it. This stuff bends pretty easy. Let's see if it fits. So the plan is to try to get this in here in one piece. Maybe bow it, bend it enough to pop it in there. I don't know. I don't know if it's possible. Nah. By the time, even if I did get it in there, by the time I got a bunch of cuts in it and stuff mounted to it, I don't know if that's going to work, so we're probably going to have to cut it in 3 pieces, put it in here in sections, and reassemble it. So these are going to be my 2 side pieces, little side panels here. Nice tight tuck on that side. Nice tight tuck on this side. Then we're going to make a center panel that's going to actually overlap by probably about 1.5 inches or so on each side. Is going to overlap this panel. Once they're all wrapped and everything, I'll mount them because there's going to be a block of wood inside here that it's all going to mount to on each side, plus a strip on the box on each side. So once we get them all in there, when we mount them to the block, it's going to tie everything together. So I need to make my center one now, and unfortunately I can't reuse the one that I cut from this because I need that overlap on each side. I got plenty left over, which I knew I would. So basically I can trace this one and then add my little extra on each end for the overlap. Well, let's see if it fits. Yeah, I think that'll get it. So that's our 3 pieces. We got a little bit more we're going to do to this center one. Kind of dress it up, dress it up a little bit. Cut some holes up here and put some grill mesh in there so the speakers get more air into here. I'm going to do the same thing on these little side panels. I'm going to put some grill mesh, some perforation in there, and then we're going to do something kind of fancy right in there in the middle of it too. Oh yeah. I got this mesh, this steel, I don't know if it's steel, I guess it's steel or aluminum or something. This mesh I'm going to put behind these 2 holes here from the back side so it'll look kind of cool. And then I'm going to do some similar holes here and here in these side panels, a couple of holes there to get more airflow out of that area. And then, this whole thing's going to be covered in this black vinyl. It just has this wood grainy looking fake stuff on it. I've been cutting it from the backside so that all these extra lines and stuff on here don't confuse me while I'm making cuts. So nextly is going to be our little surprise right here. I got these that make, somehow there's 4 pieces of paper here that I printed out. And if you put them together the right way, they're gonna make a Lexus emblem. Boom. Something like 1, something like 2, something like 3. Not like that, but something similar. So we're gonna get that templated onto this. I'm gonna cut it out. Cut out the shape of this Lexus emblem here. And then what we got is this little piece of plexiglass right here that's also gonna get mounted into this panel from the back side. And then we'll have some LED strips in here, a couple more LED strips up in there, kind of light everything up. Hardest part, probably gonna be getting this laid out and cut out without breaking it. Alright, there's the center panel, ready to wrap. Let's give it a test fit in the car, see what we think about it. Very delicate right there. By the time we get that plexiglass on the back of it, it's going to tie it all together though. Alright, so something like that. Whee! I almost want to dry fit the LEDs back there and watch it go bling bling! So the whole thing's going to get covered in a little bit of quilting material first. I got to put some carriage bolts in this to bolt the plexiglass to. I don't want the heads of those carriage bolts to be visible through the vinyl, so I'm going to do a thin layer of quilting material. It's like a little foam padding almost kind of stuff, and then this black vinyl right here, that's what this is, roll of black vinyl, is going to get wrapped, and then the plexiglass, and then these here two holes are going to have those grill inserts behind them. I got to do a couple of holes here. I think I'm going to do something similar to kind of go with this oval cutout look. Probably going to do two of them here and two of them in this corner here. Help the airflow and just kind of help the look kind of tie together. But man, oh man. That little Lexus emblem came out good for a little jigsaw. Yes, sir. I couldn't resist just tucking those LEDs in there for a second just to check it out. That aqua blue is nice. Heck, that purple is nice. I don't know how many colors there are. There's that red, son. Got that dance. How you gonna make them dance? Ooh, baby, it's a great, the disco inferno, baby! Hell yeah. Alright, so next thing I'm gonna do is probably get those side panels cut out, get ready for the grill inserts that I'm gonna put in them. And you know what? It's getting kind of late. I'm probably gonna call it a night. I was wanting to have this thing done today, but it's just a lot of tedious work in this area right here, as you can see, but I mean, it's gonna be all worth it, so we'll pick up tomorrow. Hopefully in a few hours or so tomorrow, get it wrapped up. It's on the downhill, baby. On the downhill. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this one up right here. I hope you liked it, and stay tuned for the rest of this build. Hopefully one more video, and that'll be it for this build. We'll get it all wrapped up. And as always, please like and subscribe.